Today is about reading books. I know that's very simple. You probably graduated high school and college and all things. You're like, I'm done with books. But I have to tell you that this year I have read 42 books. It's absolutely changed my life. I'm going to tell you the reason why in a second, why you need to read. And I'll tell you the top 3 books that I'm actually reading that changed my life. But I'm going to first tell you exactly which books to read and then what type of books to read. So it's not just like, okay, how do you know which book to read right now in your life? And the first tip I'm going to give you is that if you ever felt stuck in something, let's say you are in a place where you want to learn a new skill, a new hobby, or inside you've always wanted to learn how to sing, or you wanted to read notes, or you wanted to start a business, the first thing to do is like realize you don't know how to do it. And then find the top person in that industry or in that field that maybe wrote an autobiography. And if you're not into autobiographies, I like to say try to get the skill sets, but you need to find the top person in the industry. The way that you can find that out is if you go to Amazon and you find the top selling books on that field, that subject. So for me, I love entrepreneurship, so I might look for the top entrepreneurship books, and then I'll look for the ones with the top reviews, and then I actually research the author and make sure that this author is not an author of authors, okay? Like this author is not someone who wrote a book and then when I look about their career, they didn't really do anything. Have you noticed that there's some authors or maybe coaches out there that if you do more digging, like the only thing they've done is written a book and then do coaching programs around it, and then they made their money that way and they just perpetuate it. That's not the kind of person and that's not the kind of book I want you to read, okay? So those kind of books that the authors aren't really real because they have this whole thing, write in the comments, let us know so we know exactly, like, don't even, I almost got caught doing that. I wrote a book. I did a good thing, but I wrote a book. It was really, really good. But then I was like, wait, hold on. I need to really take more action, and then I will definitely continue promoting this book. I did a great job doing it, but I just didn't feel as if I had a real life skill for it. And now that I've achieved great things, when I go back and read that book's inspiring me. I'm like, wow, like I wrote that in such a good time, but I'm coming from a different point of view, a different place where I can actually add on to the book. And by the way, that book is called Conquer Thy Queendom. You can find it on Amazon. And it's a very good book. It definitely will inspire you. But it was an inspiration book. That was the point of it. And but when I look back, I'm like, wow, I'm glad I didn't like push inspiration, because then I'll be talking to you about inspiration, but I didn't really build another type of business behind it for me to really come back here on YouTube or wherever you're watching it from and just like give you like the actionable steps of how to like really apply that inspiration. So that's why I'm here now. Okay, years later. So so the first thing is that you need to really find a book where the author actually built something real, a real business, before they became a coach or before they became an author. Okay, very important.